Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Goblets and Gays. This is another in our uh, one shots in Cyrene. This time we will jump into the past and explore maybe one of the first encounters that our party had with the outside world. I am Aubrey. I am your GM. I will toss it over to my players tonight to introduce themselves, who they are, and who they're playing. So yeah, just tell me who you are, where people can find you on the internet, and who you are playing.
Hello, I am Dusty. I use they, he pronouns. You could find me online on the interwebs at Dusty Hill in most places. You could also find me as the person behind the Twitter account of Season Stories at Season Stories. And today I'm here. Are we introducing characters yet?
You just say who you're playing. Yeah.
Cool. I'm playing Say Slow, a flesh warp sylph gunslinger. Also a ghost hunter. That is all.
Hi, everyone. I'm Miriam. I use they, them pronouns, and you can find me on the Bird app at media_junkie. And I am a podcaster, streamer, and general TRPG person in the interweb. So you can find me lurking around in Utopia. And today I will be playing Curiosity, a catfolk rogue.
Hi everyone, I'm Rook. I use he and they. You can find me on Twitter at RJK Games, and today I will be playing Orion 9 Stars Goblin Champion.
Hi, I'm Tick. I use he, she, they pronouns. You can find me usually on Goblets and Gays, and I think that's it. I don't really use Twitter that much, to be completely honest. I don't open it. But if you need to contact me, probably message Goblets and Gays and be like, I want the furry.
Yeah.
Please. Thanks.
Bring out the furry.
Bring the furry. And today I will be playing everyone's lovable monk, except in the past, so a bit more. You'll see.
Back before things started in season 1. So we'll start things off by visiting a location that we in the show have seen before, and I will describe it. It is Rose's Tower. It is this very large tower in the middle of the city of Chelsea. You are all standing sort of in what is considered the lab. You see Rose herself. She's a little bit shorter, sort of messy dark hair, giant wizard's hat, and sort of lots of alchemical stains on her clothes, and currently her glasses are pushed up on top of her head. And around you there are bookshelves overflowing with books of pretty much any kind of subject that you could want to research. There are a few tables with alchemist components on it, things like that. And then there's sort of her main desk piled high with books. And then there is this velvet cloth covering something round shaped. Currently she is standing in front of her desk looking at all of you. And now is actually a pretty good time to describe what you all look like.
Okay. Say Slow is tall, like 7'2" tall. But most of their features are obscured because they're wearing a very, very long hooded duster. So they are kind of like not like being that edgy, but they're behind everyone, just kind of like not saying anything. And occasionally they kind of have this thing where they have almost like a fidget thing, but it's really just like this small very shiny rock that they are moving between one of their fingers, and every time you see their hand move, you see small cracks going up this dark brown skin, and air seems like misty air seems to be escaping from it at all times. And under the hood, again covering most of the features, you see bright yellow eyes. That's it.
Curie is sitting down, wearing a very bright red, I guess, trench coat, and has a very noticeable necklace that has lots of little. It's got lots of little like what looks like daggers or knives around it, and has, regardless of where their faces facing or who they're looking at, their ears are always twitching, always in a direction of some, like hearing something or doing something, and that's where sort of the twitchy part of their character is. But their face is absolutely straight. They're very calm demeanor, and they're just sitting there taking in the atmosphere. And they're catfolk as well.
Orion Nine Stars, goblin, as I mentioned, a tail goblin, wearing quite like dark-colored scale mail armor. Nothing too ostentatious, except for a thick chain around their neck, at the end of which is a circular bit of metal with an etching of a lyre. At their side is a rapier, and on the other side is a very, very good boy. This is Toby, a medium wolf with grey fur. Orion is... Toby is very good. He is the goodest boy.
Yeah. So, yeah, you all stand in front of Rose. She goes, well, I want to start off by just thanking you for this. I know this job actually might be just a little dangerous, but promise good pay. So yeah, any of you want tea? I think I have some pastries somewhere.
Do you have perhaps some catnip?
He looks around, just like, I might. Give me just a moment. She goes over to like a shelf of reagents, starts rustling around, and
just my nose is just in it for a while, like smelling salts, and then occasionally I take it out of. I take my snout out of the jar.
One can never know when it might be important, and I think I spent like a day studying its possible alchemical uses. There are none.
I mean, to the non-cat snout, perhaps.
That's fair. I am most definitely not a cat. But everyone good?
May I keep this?
Good.
Yeah, sure, keep it. I don't have a lot of use for it, and I don't have a cat, so yeah. Well,
Perfect.
Yes, about the job. I recently, for a while, I've been looking for this very specific tome. It's really hard to find. I think there are only maybe 1 or 2 copies in all of Cyrene. It's called Zulzrum's Tome of Soul Magic. And I think I've managed to finally track down a copy of it in an old abandoned temple to Dolan.
Orion narrows his eyes and says, "Why does it sound like you want a tome on necromancy?"
It's not a tome on necromancy per se. I don't know a lot about Solstrom, but from any of my research, he was a very old and powerful wizard who studied many things like soul magic is one of the big ones. And I've been curious, and I needed to complete a collection. Give me a quick perception check, Orion.
Oh, gladly. Come on, dice. Don't roll badly like literally every other time I've played Pathfinder. Ooh, that's a 27.
27. The more Rose starts talking about this, the more visibly nervous she starts to become.
I hold up a hand to stop her rambling.
Mm-hmm.
Deep breath.
She does
Inhale.
take a deep breath in.
Exhale. What is this book?
All I know is that it's written by a very old, very powerful wizard, and it has to do with soul magic, which is a rather untapped vein of magic. Supposedly, it can involve bringing people back from the dead, like long dead people, like more than just like the normal, like couple of days that generally priests can do with their spells, and also just sort of the study that of the magic that like is kept inside of every person.
Given that this is a specialized book and a magic book and to do with life and death, how well protected is it? And by protected, I mean magically.
That is one thing I'm actually unsure of, simply because it is in an abandoned temple, slightly north of the mining town of Sandston. And apparently, it was sort of in a smaller encampment that eventually got overrun by like bandits, but they've been cleared out for probably about 50 years. So honestly, I don't know. I just hope that it's there.
Could Sace kind of just look around the room to see if there's anything like sus, like to see if there's like anything obvious in here, why they want to use the soul magic?
Sure. Give me perception.
Cool. Ooh, that's a 27. Yes, that's a 6. 27.
27. You're not sure specifically, but you do notice that she is constantly keeping herself between all of you and whatever is under the velvet cloth.
Say says, by the way, every time like Say speaks as well, you also just see like some more mist coming from under the hood. I was like, is what you're trying to use this on under that velvet cloth over there?
Oh, I'm not trying to use it on anything. I want to read the book. I want to study it. I want to see if it's actually even real.
I see. I heard velvet is really good for polishing weapons. You mind if I just go over there really quick?
I mean, she is trying to think of a reason to stop
walking
you.
over.
She's just sort of
Can
like.
I knock something over the desk, like you know how a cat bats something as a distraction?
Yeah, give me either an acrobatics or a thievery check.
I I will do acrobatics to just knock like something very delicate, but like, like some heavy glass or something, but not necessarily something that'll break, just to sort of be like, oh no, deal with this immediate emergency. So that is a 25.
25, yeah, it's probably some sort of like alchemical vial that's full of something that she's working on, but it seems to be like thick enough that like it's not going to shatter immediately when it hits the ground, but still she kind of does a dive for it to attempt to catch it, and is therefore like she is no longer standing in front of whatever is under the
Oops,
velvet cloth.
clumsy me.
And then Sace is still walking over.
Yep.
And they're just gonna like move the velvet cloth just away, just pick up the whole thing.
Just the cloth?
Yeah, I mean, if does it look like there's obviously something under it?
Yes, there is. It is on top of it. As it's on there, it is covering some sort of circular shape.
Yeah, I'm just gonna remove it just to like, yeah.
Yep. And as you do, you reveal a skull underneath of it. In its eyes are set gems, and where its teeth are other gems, and there are a few other gems poking out the side of the head. And then she just goes, "Oh no, that's nothing. It's just something I'm working on."
I lean down. Well, I kneel down to where like Rose is. I assume like on the floor, like with the glass. Toby kind of like, not like aggressively, just kind of like big dog, kind of like nosing at someone, just like with curiosity, but just kind of like, I need you to understand. You hired a champion with an oath to destroy undead, and you kept that. I point at the skull. In the room where you met with him and his companions.
You were not supposed to see it. I am so sorry.
It's in the room.
It's...
To be fair, it could be a decorative curiosity.
Would you keep a skull and want soul magic and not think that's sus?
At this, actually, Sace is gonna reach like under her hood, do a yanking motion, and pull out just this very large tooth. It's like, well, I mean, it's not a skull, but I have this dragon tooth. I'm not using soul magic for this.
Okay, that's cool.
I mean, I have the sword cane that has a very decorative like probably made from some animal bone or whatever. It's very pretty.
Orion kind of like looks between the two of you, kind of like looks at Beans, looks back at the two of you.
Could I?
Rose is still laying on the floor, clutching this vial, looking between all of you, and eventually he just looks at all of you, looks at the skull, looks at all of you, looks back to the skull.
Could I touch the skull?
Yeah.
Or rather, attempt to touch the skull.
Like...
I mean...
Can we suss out what creature the skull belonged to? Like humanoid or like...
Yeah, give me... If you want to see what the skull might have come from, give me a medicine check if you have it.
Sure. I am trained, so I can... so that is a 23.
23? You're pretty sure that, in life, this skull belonged to a dwarf. And, Sace, as you reach out, and attempt to touch it, there's like this tiny little jolt, not enough to deal damage, but enough to like, you instantly kind of just pull your hand away.
Yeah, Sace reaches back and just kind of is now going to squat down a little bit to be quote unquote eye to eye with this, and just like, well, aren't you strange?
You can kind of see like a flash, a tiny flash in the gems of the eyes.
Orion looks to Rose. I have a couple of questions for you. You may answer them yes with yes and no, but I would require you to tell me the truth. 1.
Okay.
Are you trying to resurrect your skull friend over here?
I think they're a dwarf.
Your dwarf skull friend over here. Thank you, Curie.
Yes.
Okay. Are you trying to resurrect them as a priest would, or with zombification or other undead methods?
She thinks about how to word this, and she just goes, because of how they died, I can't bring them back through normal methods. So I heard that the book might have something about how to build a homunculus that doesn't, kind of crumble after about 2 days. So that's what I want the book for. I want to learn how to make a homunculus that doesn't just instantly die.
So you're turning your dwarf friend into a robot?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you can start talking anytime you want, she says to the skull. And you just sort of hear a small chuckle coming from the skull. It's also, I want to help him. He's the one that really wants the book.
Curious.
We are getting paid for this, right?
Yes, did I say 2,000 gold per person?
I think I heard 2,200 gold.
2,200 gold. That's a good number. That's a very nice even number.
It's a good even number. And Stace is going to stand up to their full height, which again is like 7'3", and just, well, we're getting paid. We should get going.
I guess we could have led with that.
Orion deeply sighs and says to Rose, after this job, I will be watching you work. And if your friend is still whatever he is, by the end of your work, I will be forced to destroy him. And if not, I will leave you be. Am I understood?
Completely.
I mean, seems like a shame to go through all that work to just destroy them in the end.
I rolled an I know you didn't ask, but I rolled an intimidate just for fun, and I rolled a natural 20.
She's very intimidated.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
And if anybody wants to give me a quick religion check, if you want to maybe learn more about the skull.
Yep.
And we roll that +1.
Natural 1.
I have I'm doing math. 25.
25?
Yeah.
Sorry, I got a natural 20. That's
so,
21.
Yeah, so, I mean, it still bumps it up a little bit. So, Orion, you just think it's probably just some sort of ghost sort of maybe trapped within an object. And for Curie and Sace, you're relatively sure that Orion just threatened a demi-lich.
Oh no.
I lean over and kind of like stage whisper to Orion and say, I don't think you want to have a fight with that our dwarven friend. Trust me.
I think Sace is gonna slightly chuckle and start heading towards the door. It's like, well, you know where to go. Bye, Rose. Bye, Demi-Lich.
You hear a voice just go, have fun, don't die. And Rose is just like, I use now to start talking. Bye. I hope it goes well.
I walk out after Sace, but I take a deep sniff of the catnip jar and be like, nice nip.
You're welcome.
It's fresh.
Orion leaves the room muttering about Rose's incompetence to leave a demi-lich out with a champion, and Beans gives Rose a friendly lick on the face and like trots out after Orion.
I offer Bean some catnip.
Beans sneezes.
I guess you're not a connoisseur. More for me.
I love that it seems to be everyone's first encounter with Rose is bullying her.
I love Rose so much, but she is so sus and doesn't know how to control it.
No, she doesn't. She's not even a wizard. She's an alchemist.
That's valid.
So yes, you all leave Celsi and get on a boat and spend some time traveling. Is there anything that you want to discuss about the job while you're traveling?
So if we find the book, we're going to not read it or read it. I mean, I'm curious to see what's in it. I have no ability to do anything with that information. I just like knowing things.
Assuming it's in a language we could read, sure.
Fair.
I don't see a problem with it. I don't know what any of us... If it doesn't look like gibberish to us, honestly, that's a win in and of itself.
Do you think the book is cursed? Like, you know, whoever opens it will have 1,000 fleas infest their armpits forever.
You can't see it, but you could feel that Stace's eyebrows raised really high, kind of like in confusion. But just, I don't think the book itself is cursed, just what it does.
Good, because the last time I opened a box, a really, and I mean really old box, I spent a lot of time at the nearest healers. And just do like a weird twitch that feels like sort of like a bug infestation, kind of like, you know, shiver.
So eventually you all have taken a boat to Osheim and head up through the land. Takes a few weeks, but eventually you find yourself to where the temple is located. And, and so eventually you all find yourselves towards near where the temple is. And skulking about the temple is, some weird-looking person. It's Marrow, who are you and what are you doing?
Hi, I am the weird-looking fucking person that was just described. And in the front of this very obviously abandoned temple, this is very off-putting, is you see a very weird-looking person, like very gray skin, like light grayish hair, creepy red eyes, and red teeth. It's very unsettling, this person. They have scars sort of on their face, and they're eating a picnic in front of an abandoned temple. Like, they have like a cute little cup and like a little blanket laid down. They have like some snacks. They're just having a picnic in front of this temple. They seem very chill. They're enjoying their picnic. I don't think they've noticed any of you yet.
Ace looks at the other two, just, is that thing having a picnic?
I thought this place was abandoned, not a tourist spot.
Do you think we should say hello?
Considering that they're having a picnic at a temple of the god of the underworld. Sure.
I mean, just make sure not to eat or drink anything. I've heard this tale where, you know, if you drink something or whatever offered, you become part of the underworld. I don't know, I've just heard of something like that.
So we move towards Marrow.
Are you trying to be stealthy about it, or are you just being like, "Hi, weird person"?
I'm in the back.
I'm not being stealthy. I'm just kind of like walking, but like not necessarily making a lot of sound because I don't think they do like Sis does when they walk.
I'm sort of like while we're all sort of moving forward, Curie is very kind of nervously touching one of the little daggers that are on the necklace.
I think Orion won't go stealthy, but I think he'll send. I think he'll just send what's his name, Beans, into some brush to be stealthy. It's only a 16. I think Toby's probably more distracted by food than a desire to be stealthy.
Yeah, there's the smell of actually pretty nice food.
It's very nice food. There's some little biscuits and some tea. It's very nice. Well, if none of you are being careful about it, they will notice you. And you see this person kind of go from just sipping a cup of tea to looking at you, and then looking very surprised that other people are here. Just being like, "Oh, hi? Yeah, would you like I have some extra snacks if you'd like some. It's nice to meet you all."
Really quickly, this is for me, Dustin. What are the snacks that Marrow brought, please? I need to know.
I'm gonna say some sweetbread, probably.
Like bread that is sweet or awful?
It's actually good sweetbread. Probably some dried meat,
Donuts.
maybe some actually cooked meat, some snacks.
As you hold out the meat, Beans goes crazy. And it's just the way, hello, yes, hello.
Oh, hi! Oh my gosh, you're so cute! I'm just looking at the dog. Mara's just looking at the dog oh my god, you're so adorable, you look so soft. Because I assume he came out for the meat.
Yes.
Oh, is this one of your companions, or is this just a wild...
No, he's my buddy. You can pet him if you want. Who are you? You can pet him.
I'm just Maris going up and petting this dog and giving him a little meat snack. Just be like, "You're such a good boy. You're such a good boy." Oh, hi. Yes, it's nice to meet all of you. I am Marrow. I was just having a nice picnic. If you guys would like a snack, I have plenty for other people. I didn't actually expect other people to be here. This is an abandoned temple.
We could say the same thing.
Yeah, speaking of abandoned, what brings you here?
Oh, me? I I'm traveling, adventuring a little bit, I guess. Just left home a while ago and just wanted to check out a cool abandoned temple and stuff like that after a nice picnic.
Isn't it? This is not my area of expertise, but isn't it kind of rude to have a picnic on temple grounds without offering anything?
Is it? I don't see why it wouldn't be. Or why it would be rude.
I mean, it depends on the temple, wouldn't it? I mean, it would be rude for the gods of harvest or the gods of food. I mean, yeah, rude. Why are you eating food without offering them anything? I mean, I don't know about the underworld, though.
I think it's probably fine.
Hey Aubrey, could I roll spirits lore, like that undead spirits, to see if it's rude?
Sure.
Cool, that is a 26.
26. No, not really, because I mean, a lot of spirits can't eat. They do look for offerings of other kinds, but not really food.
Okay. They're not going to do anything with this information, but still.
So, have you figured out where the library is in this temple?
Oh no, I haven't gone in yet. I was just gonna have a snack before I did. Are you guys hungry? I mean, it's very rude. I'm just eating my snack right here, and you guys haven't had anything.
I've eaten.
I'm okay.
I'm good, and I kind of tap Toby lightly on the nose, and I think this one has had enough snacks for today.
Okay. I can, if you want me to come with you. That's kind of weird, actually. Do you guys want to go? They're gonna start packing up their picnic and be like, I haven't really, hung out with people in a while, so it's kind of off. What are your names? You have names, right?
I'm Curie.
Orion. That's Toby. You can call him Beans.
Beans.
What's your name?
I think I told you all my name already.
Did you?
Yes, my name is Marrow.
I forgot because it's ridiculous. Sorry. saying that. My name is Sace.
Oh, it's nice to meet all of you. Try to brush off the fact that they just got insulted to their face. Like it's nice to meet all of you. So why are you guys at an abandoned temple?
Admiring the architecture. And also, I'm a librarian and I like looking for old libraries, especially in temples.
Oh, that sounds believable. I mean, I was gonna explore too if you guys want to come along. Safety in numbers and all,
Before you set foot in there, we've had it on pretty good information that there might be danger in the temple with it being abandoned too long, and I don't feel comfortable bringing anyone who can't defend themselves. So, can you defend yourself?
I think so. Pretty well, I think so.
I look to the two of you and I shrug. Okay.
Can I just very quickly toss like a little biscuit to be like, kind of like at like, hey, quick reflexes, catch sort of a thing.
Yeah. And
is that okay with you, Tech, if I do that?
Go for it. Eat the pastry.
Eat a biscuit.
Yes. I eat a biscuit, right, trying to aim right for the face, like sort of like, will you grab it or will you just get pastry on your face?
I think I'll ask for a reflex save from Marrow.
Okay. That's cocked. Hold on. That's a dirty 20.
Oh yeah, I'd say you're able to catch it.
Oh, what was that for?
Good enough for me. Or you could have face food for later.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah, like you can lick your face, and then with my cat tongue, I just kind of lick my entire face.
Oh, I didn't know people did that. That's actually really cool. Kind of clever. So you have like your hands free. Okay. I'll finish packing up my picnic and be like, all right, let's go in. Just some nice sightseeing. Just try not to take anything. I feel like taking from the temple's a bad idea.
Or we could be preserving knowledge.
But it's preserved at the temple.
But what if the temple gets bandited again?
It probably will be fine. I don't know. I just don't think we should be stealing from a temple of the god that I do follow. And they point to like the little insignia on like the button on their cloak that has the little scales, the symbol of that god.
As Stace is getting closer to the door, he's like, well, legally, if it's an abandoned temple, you could just take from it.
I mean, I don't think the god is dead, so you're technically robbing a god.
It's fine. It's abandoned.
I mean, we could
No.
just be relocating it to another temple of a similar place. I think that a library is a temple of books.
You guys are saying this like you're coming here to steal a book. I thought you were coming here for sightseeing.
To look at books.
Marrow, I have a question. This fresh from your home, do you recognize the symbol of the other gods?
Out of character, Aubrey, I do, right?
You would, yeah. You spend a lot of time learning religion.
Yeah, I know all the other gods.
Like, as Orion turns to you, you see the symbol of Romulus around his neck as he says, the earthly possessions of the gods are for mortals to enjoy, for mortals to use, for mortals to learn from. If there points to the temple molding away in here, that's a waste of what the gods have given us.
I don't know. What if it's being saved for later or something? Being put somewhere that people wouldn't go so it'd be accessed later for But like it's not really a problem because you guys said you're just here to look around, so it's fine.
Yeah.
It's still very hypothetical.
100%. Sis kicks down the door.
No!
You kick down the door? Oh,
Yep.
you can. Open that door.
Boop.
Orion will open the other one.
Yeah. And as you open these and step in, you do notice this sort of massive temple. This is a pretty big temple. You can sort of see a lot of the pews are still intact. Some of the columns have fallen over. And then there is sort of the altar to Duan at the very end. Beyond, you can see some tables, doors off. But before any of that can happen, you hear sort of this scuttling noise as two of these sort of creatures with gray skin pop up from what they were doing. And you kind of see that they were over these corpses. And they've got like the blood and viscera dripping from their mouth, and they just sort of hiss at you. And we're all going to go into initiative.
Oh, that was fast.
I have two things. One, it was very funny when I scrolled up and I just saw like Tick's name over one of the like creature icons, and I thought like it was labeled Tick. I was just like, why is Tick here?
Gonna fight a furry.
Also, may I have a token for beans?
Oh, yes. I meant to do that. Everybody, roll initiative. Tell me what you get.
I got a 26.
How do I roll initiative?
Just roll perception.
I got a 12.
I also got a 26.
I got an 18. But as a gunslinger, Way of the Drifter, into the fray is a free action. I can draw a ranged weapon and a melee weapon, and first action my turn I can stride as a free action.
Yes. Also, since you and Marrow tied for initiative, which one of you would like to go first?
Marrow, go ahead.
Okay. Alright.
And Stace, you got a
18.
18. Cool. me roll all these people. These are some really fast ghouls. Cool. And we will start at the top with the first ghoul. The first one to pop up sees you all. How far away is he? He's a little bit too far for one action. Cool. So yeah, he is going to spend one action to start to move up to you. That's how far he can go with one action. And with his second and third actions, he is going to attempt to pounce on you, Orion.
He can try.
Yep. And that is going to be a 25.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. So this ghoul sort of just scuttles up and then sort of winds back and jumps and has its claws outstretched at you and slashes for 12 negative damage. Or 12 slashing damage.
Okay. Awesome. I don't have any resistances to that. Why would I have resistances to that? Okay, cool.
Yep. Okay, so that is its entire first turn, and then it's gonna be another ghoul's turn. So pretty much, it's going to follow its friend is one action, move up, second and third actions, pounce at you, Sace. No, it's not. That's a natural 1. So I imagine you're able to sidestep and it just kind of goes past.
Yep.
It tried its best.
It did, and it did not succeed. He is going to eat dirt. He will fall prone and be blinded until the end of his next turn. Right. Yummy dirt. Marrow, it's your turn.
So he's prone, which means he's flat-footed, you say?
Yes, he is.
Just I go to... So let me pull up to actually see. I have to get used to playing not level 11 of this character. Well, I still have Flurry of Blows. So I'm going to use a Stunning Strike Flurry of Blows on this guy right here who has fallen onto the ground, unfortunately. He has fallen and he can't get up. So... Alright. Starting off strong with a unfortunate 21 to hit.
21's gonna hit.
Oh, nice!
These are level 5 characters. These are like level 5 monsters.
Good level 6, remember?
Right, I forget. Sorry. Okay, let me roll.
Yeah, I know currently you have to roll like a 30 to hit most things.
I did roll a 6 on my dice, which is why I was like, that's not gonna work. The power of friendship.
And your stunning strike, right?
Yep, so make me a, I think it's Fortitude save?
Fortitude save, 19.
Where is my DC? My DC is 22, so it fails. Let me roll.
Okay, it is stunned 1.
Yep.
Cool, this ghoul is not having a good day.
So that's 14 bludgeoning and 2 precision damage for the first attack. And I have to roll the second flurry. Really quick.
Yep.
That is higher than the last number, and I'm not doing math. So it will hit. It's 23. 23. Perfect. Okay, time to roll some more damage. That is 7 bludgeoning and 3 precision. As you see this weirdo punch this ghoul really good twice. Like one of them is like aims for the head and this ghoul looks a little bit stunned. And my second action, I'm going to move half my movement speed over here. So these guys can't attack me, and move over here. I can't drag myself, but one sec. Just right over here, you know, as a treat. A bit out of the way.
Yep. And then Orion, it's your turn.
Cool. I'm going to use my first action to command Beans.
Mhm.
And Beans is going to take his first of 2 actions to move round so that we are flanking. I believe flanking is a thing in Pathfinder 2e.
Yep.
Cool. And that means flat-footed.
Yep.
Oh,
means
it's just happened.
Yeah, I applied it to the token.
Cool.
So it reduces his AC by 2.
Awesome.
Mhm.
And then Toby is going to use his second action to strike. This damage is not magical, if that comes into account. That's a 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
Great, and that's 2d8 plus 3 piercing damage.
Strong.
So that's 12 piercing damage. Do I need to interact to draw my rapier?
I could say I will hand wave it and say you already had it now.
Awesome. I
You're
will take.
walking into a abandoned temple, you know.
That's fair. Then I will take my second action to strike out with my rapier. This is a magical weapon. That is a 28 to hit.
28 will hit. Is almost a crit with it being flat-footed. Almost.
Oh, right, because you have to get 10 above, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or in that 20.
Or in that 20. Okay. What's my damage? It's 2d6 plus 4. Ooh, that was a good roll. That's also a good roll. That's 14 piercing damage. Do you know what? I'm just gonna take a second strike. Why not? That is a... Oh, that's another 28 to hit.
We'll hit again.
Okay. No crit for me. That's a 13 piercing damage.
13 piercing damage. Cool.
And that's my turn.
Off in the distance, you hear kind of scuttling. You're a little bit unsure of what it's coming from. You can't see anything. So the first crawling hand swarm will spend 2 actions to move up here.
Sorry, one more time?
A crawling hand swarm.
I hate that.
Yep. And spend its third action to come and occupy the same space as a lot of you.
Hate.
Yeah, right there. So Orion, you watch as these crawling like severed hands, you know, they're suddenly in the same space as you and the ghoul, and they're starting to like pull at your clothing. But they don't do anything. And so it is another, you hear, like this guy's actually going to spend all his actions to, yeah, he's going to spend all his actions to get here. So yeah, he spends 3 actions to scuttle across the temple, sort of putting him all into your sights. And then, more hands.
An artist's worst nightmare.
I've been playing so much Elden Ring recently, and this is just visceral. Fear.jpg.
All its actions to move right here. So say, you see these hands, they start pulling at your clothing. But currently, they're not doing anything. And now it's your turn.
It's my turn?
Yep.
Oh. Did I roll higher than Curry?
Yes.
Oh, that's surprising. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let me read Into the Fray. So, a free action, I could stride towards the enemy I perceive. Could I see this ghoul over here next to the pillar, like a little bit away?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do that so I could get out the
I will
weird
move
things.
it just slightly, so you can move.
Yeah, so I'll do that. And that was a free action. I think then Sace is gonna reach into their coat, pull out a metal cylinder, and throw it in the middle of this hand swarm over here. And that is going to be a fun little thing because they get some fun tricks because they're from Ozheim, so that's where mechanical stuff is. And this is a pressure bomb, moderate. A tightly sealed metal container, highly pressurized gas, and can explode to release powerful shockwave. I throw it, deals 1d4 bludgeoning and 1 bludgeoning splash. Tiny or smaller targets are pushed 5 feet away from you. Oh no, this does 2d4 because it's a moderate. And I assume it's just like a ranged attack to throw it over there.
Yeah, I believe so. It's like you're throwing a bomb at something.
Okay. So with Dex and proficiency, 23.
23? Yeah, 23 will hit the crawling hand swarm. And also the ghoul that's there as well.
Yeah, it does it just in a 5-foot burst, which is actually nice.
Do you also try to aim it at the ghoul?
I'm throwing it kind of like in the center of the swarm.
Okay.
So,
I think it'll hit the ghoul as well.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much if I do it like any like square that's not on the ghoul, it would hit them, I think.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's 2d4 bludgeoning and 2 bludgeoning splash, and they are pushed 5 feet away.
They are technically considered a large creature.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of them.
So that was a 4 and a 3, so that's a 7 plus 2.
So a 9.
7 damage and then 2 splash damage. So yeah, 9. And would you consider taking that out as an interact action? Or do you think I could just like grab it and throw it in one?
Sure, you can grab it and throw it in one.
Cool. And then I'm gonna turn around and in their other hand, this big fuck off sword appears and they're gonna attack the ghoul next to them. That's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20? A dirty 20 is actually going to miss.
Damn. Do I try? No, that'll be all my actions. Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. Gary?
Yeah. That ghoul that's right in front of me, they're flat-footed, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to,
We'll move this out of the way.
grab one of the stone knives on my necklace, and it'll turn into a dagger. And then I am going to chuck it at that ghoul. So that is a 30 to hit.
A 30 will hit, and a 30 will be a crit.
Ooh, nice. So, I get my sneak attack damage, right?
You double everything. You roll it and then double, and I'm gonna roll your critical hit card.
Okay.
And
so do I roll it once and double that number, or do I just double dice?
Roll once and then double.
Okay.
And until healed, the target is clumsy 1 and enfeebled 2. as you sort of just tear right through the shoulder with that.
Okay, so that is 9, 10, 14 piercing damage.
14? Cool.
14, sorry, doubled. So that's 28.
Yeah. Ghoul's no good, very bad day.
And I am going to interact and get a new dagger fresh in my hand. So I believe when I interact to pull the dagger, that counts as one action, and then to strike is my second.
Yes.
So then, yeah. So I'm just interact, strike, interact. That's my turn.
Cool. Yeah. Back to the top of the round with the ghoul. And so the ghoul is in front of you, Orion, and the ghoul is going to hiss and bare its fangs at you, and is going to attempt to sink them into like your shoulder.
Let's go.
And that is going to be a 26.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. And these fangs sink into your shoulder. These fangs, you don't know where they've been, and I'm going to need you to give me a fortitude save.
I'm guessing a 15 doesn't do it.
No, but also remember, you have hero points. You have 3 hero points. You can spend a hero point to reroll any roll. But you live with whatever you reroll. And you can also spend a hero point to stabilize yourself if you go down, so you don't have to worry.
No, this will be funny. Let's go.
Oh my god. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, you're fine for now. You just contracted some mild ghoul fever.
I've listened to that episode. I know what's happening. Okay, that's fine.
Oh no.
Did I take any damage, or have I just gotten sick?
You will take damage as well.
Okay.
And you will take another 12 piercing damage.
Okay.
So just first action. And then it will follow up with a claw strike, just to see if it can. And that is going to be a 19.
No, that misses.
19. Okay. And it's not got a lot of options, so it's gonna follow up with one more. That's gonna be a critical fail. So.
How the turntables.
The turntables. Never said these guys were smart. He sprains his ankle.
I think, like, Toby just kind of, like, swats him in the leg. Like, not doing any damage, but spraining it.
Just a quick bap.
Yep. And then it's this one, the one with all of the conditions on it. But so this ghoul is first going to lose an action for being stunned, and then for its second action is going to stand up from prone, but can't really see much, so is going to stumble forward one step with its third action. And that's its entire turn. And Marrow, it is your turn.
Oh. Well, I've done some movement calculations in the background, so for my first action, I can get around everything, so it's no worries. I can get exactly here. Let me... Bonjour. How are you doing on this fine evening? Ignore the path I took. Second action, let's do the old reliable stunning strike flurry of blows, giving my friend here who insulted my name some flanking.
Yep,
So...
you've moved over to assist Sace.
You're mean, but I'll help you. So the first hit is a nat 20.
Let's go.
So you do need to make a fortitude save for Slaying Strike, and I'm just gonna roll this damage really quickly.
That is going to be a 29, so I believe that is a success.
That will succeed, but I've got 13 damage, so doubled is 26 bludgeoning, and 12 precision doubled.
I will ask if, because it's you can either do the double damage or a normal damage, and until healed, the target is clumsy 3 and enfeebled 3.
I'm trying to remember what those do.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll do the normal damage, so that's 6 precision and 13 bludgeoning, and I want him to not be having a good day.
Yeah. Very, very bad day.
And let me roll the second flurry real quick.
Just to, his AC has gone down 5.
Oh. I got a 26, and I'm kind of curious if that crits.
A 26, yeah. You double crit.
Okay. Let's roll this again real quick. So that's 9 bludgeoning not doubled, so 18 doubled. And precision is 5, so 10 doubled. You see this weirdo you found outside who was offering you cupcakes, just absolutely decimating this random ghoul without any hesitation.
And so how much was both of the hits?
In total,
Yeah, just
18
in total.
bludgeoning and 10 precision, so 28 in total.
It is either, for the other one, it is normal damage, the target is sickened 3, or double damage.
You already applied the damage, so I'll just stick with the double damage.
Okay.
This thing is already so screwed over. I don't want to make it worse.
Or do
I feel
you?
bad. I'd feel bad out of character.
It's a ghoul.
Yeah, but look how bad of a day it's having, you know?
They're all having really bad days. And Orion, it is now your turn.
Cool. Command. Toby's going to attack the school twice.
Okay.
Those are finesse, so I will take the attack penalty twice. So first attack is it's a 17.
17? 17 is gonna hit him.
Because of the sprained ankle. Oh my god.
Yeah.
What a I rolled a 3.
You have severely reduced every single one of their ACs.
It's very good.
That's only 8 damage.
8.
Let's go for the second strike. Let's hopefully not get a 3 again. Okay. That's only a 15.
15 won't hit.
Okay, cool. And then for Orion's turn, Orion's going to strike out once and then dueling parry. So for my first attack, that's a plus 15. Oh my god, it's a 20.
That's 20. Yeah.
Dirty 20, not a natural 20.
30-20, still it's gonna hit.
Okay. So strikes out for 11 points of damage, and then dueling parries plus 2 AC.
So it is the crawling hand swarm. So it can't do a lot, so I am going to need 3 reflex saves from both you and Ghoul, as it's pretty much just going to spend its 3 actions doing pummeling grasp on you.
Oh dear.
Okay. 20.
The DC is just 20. just to let you know.
Okay, I failed 1. I did not get
Okay.
any critical successes. Or critical failures.
The failures. Okay. Okay. So for the first one, it's 13 damage. If you succeed, it's halved. But also, if you failed, you become knocked prone.
Okay. Does not prone affect reflex saves?
I think so.
Okay, I can look that up. Okay, so I take, and also is half damage rounded up or down?
Rounded down.
Okay, awesome. So I take 6 damage with the first, bringing me to 48.
Brown doesn't look like it does any for reflexes.
I was like, I don't think it does. Prone mostly just reduces your AC because you're still conscious.
And
Oh,
attack
okay.
rolls.
Yeah, you have
okay.
a -2 to attack.
Okay. I can put my prone status on my token. So I failed the next. Wait, is that? Okay, I failed the next one. I succeeded the last one.
So 13, 8, 12. If you succeeded on it, half it, round down. If you failed, just I think it's the second one. So you take 8 damage, and then 6, and then 6.
Okay. I'm at 34 out of 78, but I have healing potions, so don't worry about me. Where's prone? That's petrified. That's prone.
Yep.
Prone.
And just the ghoul that is, having a really bad day from Marrow and Sace. So, this ghoul is going to start with swinging back towards you, Marrow. And that is 22.
That will not hit.
Cool. And then it will attempt to lunge forward and sink its fangs into you, Sace. For a 21.
No, it doesn't hit.
Okay. And then I guess once more, let's see what happens. Yeah, no, that's not gonna hit. That's not gonna be a crit though. A crit fail though. You just can't do anything.
I think as this entire battle is going on, Marrow's just gonna call the group like, I don't think this temple's abandoned.
You think?
Yeah.
So the crawling hand swarm is going to spend its first action to move over Marrow and the ghoul. And Marrow, give me your reflex save.
Oh no. I have a good reflex, so I should be fine. I said it and I was correct. That is a 29.
29? It's not a crit, so you will take half damage from this. So you'll take 5 slashing damage.
Slashing from hands.
They got nails. They got claws.
You got sharp nails?
Yep. And then give me one more.
Reflex save? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, that was a lot better. That's a 32.
Oh yeah, that is critical success. You are fine.
I don't like these hands.
Yep.
Better catch them.
They're attempting to catch you.
Try to catch me.
Yeah, and Sace, this is your turn.
Cool. Sace is going to kind of. They're gonna grab their big fuck off sword and swing down. And as they're swinging, they're gonna kind of like, as you see, the hilt has like all these kind of like, it's super mechanical, like gear, like steampunk looking. And they're pulling a trigger as they sit down. And basically, I'm gonna swing down with a first attack, and then the end of the sword has a barrel on it. It's gonna shoot the swarm hands on the second attack. If I get there.
That's gonna be so cool, though.
So the first one is a 35.
Yeah, that's a crit. Its AC is a 16.
It's almost a double crit.
Okay. Let me do this damage first, cause, oh gosh. So, this gun sword +1 striking ghost touch gun sword does 2d8 +2 damage.
Yep. So are you just slashing?
This one is going to be slashing first. Oh,
Slashing first. Okay. That is triple damage. But also don't bother because he rolled a 1 and you just chop right through his head and kill him. You pull the decapitation card.
Oh, okay. Wow, okay. So, great. So as the sword swings down, it's going to land in the swarm of hands, and then I'm going to shoot. I'm going to use a hero point on that because I don't want to roll a 2.
What good idea.
Oh
Do it
my
for the
god.
bit. Did you roll a natural 20?
No.
Did you roll a 1?
No, I rolled another 2.
That's almost worse because like rolling a nat 1 after like a hit's different, but like you just roll another 2, it's like I rolled another 2.
What I use this hero point for? Well, let's see. That's 2, so that's plus 12, so it's 14.
Not a critical failure, but it's just a miss.
Okay. Well, as it lands, and they just like Sace just sees that the gun just shoots nothing as all the hands go around. They're just like, well, fuck. I'm gonna spend my last action to reload.
Back to Kiri.
Yes. So Kiri sees this creature in front of them, and suddenly a little semi-panic sets in, and rather than the very common collected chuck a knife, they're just gonna stab that ghoul 3 times, even if, for whatever reason, the ghoul will die on like the first or second. They're still gonna stab 3 times, just gonna be like, die, 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 die.
That's valid. This thing's pretty disgusting.
So I'm just gonna stab that ghoul. Okay. So the first is a 19 to hit.
A 19? 19 is going to hit.
Okay, so do you want me to just roll all 3 times, or do attack, damage, attack, damage, attack, damage?
Attack damage, attack damage, attack damage.
Okay, and they are not flat-footed for me to get sneak attack, correct?
Oh, they're
Okay.
I would technically consider them flat-footed because they are very...
They're having a day.
They're having a day.
Okay, so then that is 4 piercing and 7 precision. How are they looking?
They're still standing, but, they would be what you consider bloody.
Okay. Attack number 2 is a 23.
23 also hits.
Okay, and that is 4 piercing and 5 precision.
Still standing, just barely.
And attack number 3 is 24. And damage is 10 precision and 2 piercing.
Yeah, that will take them out.
Just like die, 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 die. Stab, stab,
Die,
stab.
die,
it
die,
mocks
die, die,
me.
Yep. It's just stab, 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 and it falls down dead.
Yeah, and I still have the dagger in my hand, and it has not vanished, unlike the other one that has vanished.
Yep. So yeah, the last ghoul left in the initiative is going to attempt to, for its first action, is going to attempt to grapple you, Orion.
Okay. Is that contested athletics, or is this an attack?
It is an unarmed attack versus your fortitude DC.
Okay, it has to be a 22.
Okay. And that is a 24.
Okay.
It has grabbed you.
I am being cuddled.
Yes, in these very bony hands. It's not the most comforting cuddle.
I can't use my champion's reaction on myself, can I? That would be weird. I forget I asked that.
Which one do you have?
Yeah,
I have liberating step. No, it's your ally. No, it's fine.
Yeah, I can say it's your ally.
With an
You can give it
optimistic
to
enough.
Toby.
I mean,
I was
with an
thinking of the whole airplane thing of, you got to help yourself before you help others.
Usually, this usually specifies an ally. So, and then for its second action, it's going to attempt to sink its fangs into you again, and then that is a 19.
That does not hit.
Cool. They just sort of bounce off your armor, and it's just going to make a noise of confusion. This worked before. Why isn't it working now? And try again.
Are you still prone?
I do not
Ryan?
know. But my AC is 24 because I had dueling parry up.
I'm just saying because I think you had plus 40 AC
Why?
against ranged attacks. Never mind.
I was like, one would think it'd be easier to hit somebody.
You could say the ghoul's ranged.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, and that's only a 21 to hit you again with its jaws, so that's not going to succeed. So, Marrow, you got some friends.
I don't think they're friends, and do I count as flanking hands at the moment with my friend Cease over here? I'm
Technically,
I don't know if hands can be flat-footed. They don't even have feet.
It can be flat-handed.
Flat-handed.
Yeah.
So, I mean, with the power of punching hands, this is gonna be a handoff. So for my first action, I'm going to try and... Can I stunning strike hands? I don't know, but I'm gonna try. So I'm gonna start punching these hands. So my first attack to punch these hands is a 22.
That will hit.
Okay, let me roll some damage. So that is 8 bludgeoning, and do I get the precision damage?
You do not. They are immune to precision damage.
Damn. Okay, noted. So I will not roll that. Make me a fortitude save for the hands, if I can stun them.
And that is a 25.
Yeah, they succeed. Let's roll again for the second flurry. That is going to be an 18 this time.
18 is not going to hit.
I can punch one hand really good. For my second action, I am going to
And then, what was the damage for that?
Oh, the second one didn't hit.
First one.
First one was, I think, 8 bludgeoning, I said.
Cool. Yep.
And I guess for my second action, I'm going to move 20 feet over here, which is half my speed. I don't want to get these guys to punch me. And for my third action, I'm going to just move over here. We're joining a good friend, Orion, who has 2 enemies on him. He might need some help.
Yes. And Orion, this is your turn.
Orion, shocking absolutely no one, is taking a healing potion is a manipulate action, isn't it? Or at least interact is. Yes, it is.
Dude, it is.
Okay, so firstly, I'm going to. The ghoul is grabbing me, correct?
Yeah, ghoul has you grabbed.
Cool. So I'm going to command Toby to attempt to finish this thing off. This is 8 plus 12. Oh my god. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Dirty 20 is going to hit.
Cool. 2d8 plus 3. That's a 12 piercing damage.
And yep, that is going to finish off that one as Toby rips out its throat.
Awesome. I'm going to remove the grabbed condition from me. Excellent. The only move. Okay, cool. Then from on the ground, I'm going to swig a healing potion. I have 2 moderate healing potions.
Okay.
So, 4. This is not good. 6. I chug a chunky healing potion, and I only get 8 hit points back.
Could be more than that.
Oh, I get 16 healing hit points
Yeah,
back.
I was like, there should be a number you add to that.
Okay, yes. Okay. Better. Still not great, but better. Okay, awesome. And then I am going to... I could stand up.
That is an action.
Yes, I could stand up as an action, or I can dueling parry again and just get my AC up. Hang on, does prone have anything else? You can't, take a -2, and then flat-footed. Okay, yeah, no, I'm going to stand up. Cool. Okay, yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Okay. And it is the crawling hands, and it's going to do 3 more pummeling grasps. So 3 basic reflex saves.
DC is still 20. So.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to spend a hero point to reroll a failure. I still failed. Okay. Cool. I failed 2. I succeeded the last one.
Failed 2, succeeded the last one. Okay, so first one is 9 damage, second one is 10, and then the third one is going to be 5 halved.
Is that 5 after the halving, or?
It's 5 after the halving.
Okay, so 24. 48. 28 HP. Cool.
Yep, and so the other crawling hand swarm is going to move over Eustace, and I need 2 reflex saves as it tries to pummel you.
Eat this.
Oh, I'm going to use my reaction. The hands are undead, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Liberating step.
Ooh.
I think you'll have to roll 1 reflex save at least. But trigger,
that
an
gets
enemy
improved, right.
damages your ally and both are within 15 feet. And I believe Sace is exactly 15 feet. Oh, no, I don't want to move me. I believe Sace is exactly within 15 feet of me.
Yes, I believe so.
So you gain resistance 8 against the triggering damage, and you can step twice as a free action.
Ooh,
because it's
spicy.
undead, and I have the Shining Oath.
Nice. Well, the first reflex save was a total of 27.
So, I mean, you'd still take damage from that because it's not a crit.
Yeah.
You just have resistance
8.
8.
Which, funny enough, will cover the damage you resist, the damage you avoid. So yeah, then you can step
Cool.
twice as a free action.
Cool. Oh, nope, not that way. There we go. 1, 2.
Okay. And then instead of trying to pummel you again, it's just going to spend its last action following you.
I hate this.
And now it's your turn.
Great. Cool. Bop, 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 bop. Bop, 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 bop. I'm gonna try to do the same thing I did last time, and hopefully it works. So going to swing down this sword again. Oh my god, I thought that was another 2. No, my dice is just weird. That's a dirty 30?
Dirty 30 will also be a crit.
Let me just roll this first. So that is base damage is 11 double, so 22.
22?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the card is for it to take 1d4 persistent bleed damage.
Oh no, bleeding hands all over me.
Oh.
Well.
Oh no, they suddenly all got stigmata.
And then, well, as this happens, just sorrow, not sorrow, Sace. Just like, just keep still. And that is going to be, math is hard. 18?
18 is not going to.
Damn, just missing all over the place. I think this time they are going to do a running reload. I'm gonna stride away and reload. Where do I want to go? I'm gonna go. How fast am I? That's another question. I am pretty fast. I have 30 feet.
You should lend some of them to the hands. They seem a bit lonely.
No. And that's my turn.
Cool. And Yuri.
I am going to, characteristically not actually step into the temple.
Yeah.
And I am going to chuck the dagger that's in my hand at the hands that is in front of me, or rather, like where Orion and my friends are. And do I get my sneak attack if I hit?
I'd say technically they are flat-footed.
Okay.
They are surrounded or surrounding. It's technically
Okay,
as
so
their
that's
flat.
25 to hit.
But they are immune to the precision damage, so they won't actually take it. But 25 will hit.
Okay, so then I just rolled my piercing damage.
Yep.
Okay, so that is a 5. And I will then pull out my crossbow, my repeating hand crossbow, and shoot. And for my last action, shoot with it.
Okay.
So that is 16.
16? Okay.
Yep. Does that
16 is not going to hit.
hit? Okay. And that's my turn.
Yeah, Marrow, it is your turn.
I would like to commit an act of violence against a bunch of hands. So,
Get handsy.
yeah.
Catch these hands.
Hands versus hands. All right. So first off, let's do the old reliable flurry blow stunning strike on these hands. So first one, that is a high number. That is a 32.
32 is also going to be a crit.
Did not roll the best damage, but that is 9 without being doubled, so 18, depending on what the crit card is.
Bludgeoning, yeah. So the
Yes.
target is stupefied 3 until healed.
Okay, so it takes 18 bludgeoning if it's doubled, and it's stupefied. It's not having a very good time. These hands are like, oh, there's other hands that are punching me. That's confusing. You do need to make a fortitude save, and I do need to roll again.
It critically failed.
Okay.
We got a nat 1.
Okay, so it's also stunned 3, which is very unfortunate for it. And I rolled a 29.
29 for the second one. 29 will also hit.
Okay. And that is 12 bludgeoning damage.
12. Okay, and what was the damage from the first one?
It was 18. 9 doubled.
Okay.
And I do have 2 more actions. I'm just
You
gonna
do.
use them. I feel like, do these hands not look good?
They didn't look good to start with.
Do they look less good?
They look less good.
Okay, I'm going to move 15 feet over here. Okay, there we go. And I guess I don't really have a good third action, so I'm just gonna vibe, you know, as a treat.
Okay. Ryan, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm within this cloud of hands, and I really shouldn't be. So I'm going to step backwards, so my back is up against the wall. I'm going to swig my last healing potion because I feel like I need it.
Luckily, the hands can't act this round.
I will do the maths on that in a minute. And then I kind of like reach up like with my empty hand, the holy symbol at my neck glowing. And I kind of like whisper under my breath in Goblin, "You are a waste of corpses," as I like stick a lay on hands into this cloud.
Okay.
Can I get a basic fortitude save, DC 22?
That is going to be a 15, so that's a failure.
Awesome. You take you take 1 positive damage, but for 1 round you have a -2 status penalty to your AC.
And that's your
1.
entire turn?
Yes.
Okay. And then this thing is stunned 3, so it has lost all 3 of its actions. It cannot do anything. And so it's the other hand's turn. So the other hands are going to spend 1 action to move forward at you, Marrow.
All right, come at me, hands.
Yep. And give me a reflex save.
Of course. Oh no. I do have like 3 hero points. I'm gonna use one really quickly. I got a 4 on the dice, and I don't want to take that.
And you're just out of range of my... If I hadn't moved, you would be in range.
It's fine. That's a 24.
24. 24 will be a success, but not a critical success.
I'll take it over an 18.
You'll take 5 slashing damage, and then it will try to pummel you 1 more time.
All right, 1 more reflex save.
Yep.
Well, that is almost a crit success. That's a 29.
29, so you'll take 4 slashing damage.
All right. It's getting slashed by these little nails, just scraping, like, ow, ow. It's like they're nibbling.
Yep. And Sace, it is your turn.
I'm going to use my Drifter's Juke, which is 2 actions. So basically, I'm going to step, swing, step back, and shoot. Hopefully, I could fucking hit something. I'm going to do the hands that have been attacking Orion because they're having a bad day. Well, I rolled a natural 20.
Hey.
So yeah. Then let's do this cool damage.
And is it, are you hitting it with the sword?
Yes.
It is triple damage, and the target takes 1d4 persistently damage.
Cool. Well, I rolled really low, unfortunately. So that is going to be 8 damage, but tripled, so 24 damage.
And that is enough to kill it.
Okay, cool. Nice. Well then, now with the Drifter's Juke for my second, I'm just gonna step back and shoot at the other hands. And I really hope I hit, because I haven't hit once. Oh, what the fuck? Well, I rolled a 19 plus 12, basically, so it's 31.
Yeah, that's also a crit.
Oh my fucking god.
Fucking gunslingers, they are fucking wild when they hit.
Okay. Yeah, so finally, Marrow, you are going to be very surprised as the end of this sword explodes with like light, and just the hands around you are just getting decimated.
Oh.
And this card is a leg wound.
What? What their hands?
The target takes a -5 status penalty to its land speed until healed.
Cool. I hit all of their ring fingers simultaneously.
Yep.
That is 2 4s plus 2, so 4, 8, and more damage.
10 more damage. It is also dead.
Hey.
And we'll drop out of initiative at this point.
You guys got it.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to run up to say something. What was that? That came out of your sword.
Well, it makes things dead, is what it is.
There's just stars in their eyes. Like, tell me more.
They are gonna. I do imagine, by the way, the reloading action is that they grab the hilt and just tilt the whole blade of the sword back, and they just reload something and then put the blade so it becomes like an L. Then they just pull the blade all the way back up.
Handing an L to your enemies. Is everyone okay?
On that, Aubrey, I have a pointed question. How am I doing vis-a-vis turning into an undead?
You're fine for today.
Okay, cool.
Tomorrow, that's when you gotta start making those checks.
Oh dear.
That's exciting. Yeah, Orion looks... what is that ratio? Orion looks fine. He's a bit hurt. But he's doing okay. The dog is uninjured.
Okay, good. if Beans gets injured, my heart gets injured. This place doesn't particularly seem as abandoned as I thought. Are you guys sure you want to keep pressing forward? It seems very dangerous.
Well, sightseeing isn't done until you see all the sights.
But also, if it's this dangerous, imagine how vulnerable those books must be.
Terribly.
Also, this is a temple to Doan, right?
Yeah?
I don't want it defiled with undead. I may not follow him, but points at hands. That shouldn't be here.
That's what I was thinking. I don't think leaving undead in this temple is very respectful to do. We should probably, or I at least will, try to clear it out. I don't want to pressure any of you guys to fight more undead.
I fight in the name of books.
I am worried about the condition of any hypothetical books in this temple now. With all these undead crawling around, I wonder if they're in any good condition.
I mean, who knows? They might splatter them with their ichor and just mold and just the claws, the hands just ripping through those pages, those poor, poor books.
No! You're right. Wait, I don't like the idea of taking from a god's temple, but I guess if it's moving it to like another temple that's more in good condition so other people can read it and it's still in a god's temple of that god, then I guess that's an option. I don't want the books to get damaged.
They're just so alone and vulnerable.
They are. See, like you see this weirdo start tearing up a bit at the books. We have to save the books. You're correct,
Yes.
Yuri.
Yeah, you can do a perception check.
Cool. And while this is happening, Saints just like start walking towards the back half of the room, just kind of try to figure out what the fuck's happening. That is my perception 11? I think it's an 11. Yeah, so it's gonna be a 19 total.
19. So you see what like these tables and stuff are probably what was left over from when the bandits occupied, and you do see several corpses that may have belonged to bandits at some point.
Well, we're definitely not the first to come in here. Stace like raises their arm to wave you over. It's like we gotta keep moving.
Oh, yes, of course. I'll start heading over to catch up.
Yeah, Kiri will also head over to catch up.
Can I pet Beans while we're walking?
Yes, you may. I will also follow.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna point out to like the bandits and just like say again, it's like we're not the first people to show up, so be on the lookout for more than just undead.
Can Kiri go and check out the door right at the back?
What are you checking for?
Oh, if it's locked, otherwise just go open the door and see if there's a library behind there.
Orion will move with you to cover your back. I haven't moved the token. I'll do that in a second.
And you'll notice that this door does absolutely not have a lock on it.
Guess I kick that door open. Well, not kick, I just open it very gently and peer in.
Yeah, still very long hallway, and eventually it turns into what looks to may have been at one point a kitchen.
Forbidden snacks. I'm gonna go check out the other door while you guys are doing that. Can I open this door, Aubrey?
Yeah, it's not locked. You see another long hallway where it does look at some point some of the floor has collapsed and leads into sort of like a basement below.
Oh. Huh. That's interesting. I'll like head back with that information because I don't want to like jump over it or jump into it without the group.
Yeah. And Curie, you see the kitchen. There's also a door off to your left and a door off to your right.
Yep, and if Orion is hanging out with me, I will check this door. Just to, like, basically, if it looks like there's an area, I'm just kind of mostly just opening, trying to get to where I think the center of the temple is. So I'm sort of, that's sort of my reasoning of which doors to open and which direction to go in.
Yeah.
I'm just going to begin, like, opening doors and just, like, having a little look what's in here. I'll go.
Does that look like a library?
It does. You see a lot of bookshelves and some tables for studying.
Ooh.
And
Whistle to Orion and a like jackpot sort of a whistle.
I take one look at this weird bedroom I'm staring into and just kind of like close the door and leave. I'm just like, don't want anything to do with that. No, thank you.
And I whistle loudly enough that if anybody was nearby, they should be able to hear it. I'm not trying, like, I'm actually trying to get whoever's attention of, like, I think I found something.
Yep. And this place has really great acoustics, so even everybody back out in the main chamber can hear it.
I think they found something. Gotta go over.
Yeah, I think so.
And I'm just gonna start investigating the nearest bookshelf for said dome.
Yeah.
What's my investigation like? Is there even an investigation?
It's just perception.
I will either aid you or I will do one of my own as well.
What does aid do?
I think oh, go ahead.
I was just saying, aid is essentially you roll the skill you were trying to use. Say you're like, I help you out by also looking, rather than having everyone roll perception. It's you choose one person who's going to be rolling perception. Everyone else will roll aid checks, and the aid checks will give bonuses to the person who's making them the main roll.
I have a plus 11. I feel like Marrow will have the highest.
I do, but I can't help because I actually don't know what you're looking for, or that you're looking for a specific book.
I will then aid you, Orion, as you seem to know what to be looking for.
Yep.
I'm not particularly religious. I just, know dabble a little here and there.
Okay. If you want to roll first, so I know what bonus I'm getting.
So what do I roll for an aid check? Sorry, just load.
It's just perception.
Yeah, roll your perception, and the DC
20.
is 20. So you get a +1, Orion, to your roll.
Cool.
And Sace, are you rolling to aid as well?
Nah.
I like that answer.
Just observing.
Nah.
That's a 27.
27. You are looking around, but you don't see the book.
I kind of like look to Curie. I don't see it.
You do notice that over in between some of the bookshelves is there's a chest that looks like it was opened at some point.
Ooh, I guess I will go check that chest out.
With a 27 perception, can I just like get a kind of like glance at like some of the other titles here?
Yeah, it's various religious texts, various history texts, and though as you're doing this, you're sort of looking, and at one point you push some books, just sort of like trying to like make sure they don't fall off the shelf, and they do go back, and you're able to find that there was at one point a hidden compartment behind some of the books, but somebody has already discovered it.
Okay, I'll point this out to everyone else. This place has been raided before we got here.
Oh no.
Does the chest look like it could have contained something incredibly important that was well cushioned, or like a very rare book?
Yes, it does have like it is sort of like a box within a box. There was something in here in like a separate box that was meant to house something that might be incredibly valuable.
That is approximately book-sized?
It is approximately book-sized.
I turn around and say, maybe we should check those corpses. Maybe the very vulnerable, fragile books might still be laying exposed, just naked, on the corpses.
But there's a whole lot of books here. Oh, I forgot to mention, there's another hallway that has the floor caved into the basement. There's a second.
Well, that's suspicious.
Yeah.
Well, well.
But I think I would like to start looting the corpses outside to see if there's a book by any chance among them.
Yeah. Give me a perception.
That is a 14.
14. There's various money that comes out to about 20 gold on all the bandits. Lots of knives, lots of really badly kept armor, and some like hand scrawled notes, but no books.
Can I read the notes?
The notes are mostly just like orders from somebody whose name you can't make out. Some of the notes are a little bit old and some kind of smudged. It's more of just like there's one that's like a patrol schedule, and there's one that says make sure that person downstairs doesn't blow us all up.
I hang on to the gold, but and the notes, but I don't bother with any of the other stuff.
Stace is gonna call to Marrow. Just, you found that hallway. You should lead the way.
Oh yes, of course. I would probably just opening a bunch of these doors and just checking what's in all of them. Just gonna. Oh, you just lead outside. Okay.
And then look at Kiri. Just find anything important.
I show the notes and say I didn't find what we were commissioned to look for, but I didn't. Maybe there might be something useful in these notes.
Is there like any kind of like recall knowledge check I could try to suss what these mean?
Specifically, because one of the notes was like a patrol schedule.
Yeah.
Being like, and the other one was like a note from probably whoever the leader was to a specific person, being like, "Hey, don't forget to check up on the guy in the basement so he doesn't blow us up."
Yeah, there's not really much there. Okay. Yeah, no, it's just like, well, I guess be careful in the basement. Hey, Marrow, be careful in the basement.
Of course, we should try to find some stairs to the basement instead of jumping directly into a hole, but
I do have some climbing gear if we need it.
that's true.
And the floor is only like 10 feet down.
I'm
in that
also
case-
To get back up.
Oh, true. We need to get back up. That's a problem.
And yeah, Ryan?
Oh, I'm also pretty good at climbing.
Okay.
So like I can go down first if we need someone to like scout out this massive hole.
I can go down with you.
Also, anybody who's standing over the hole, if you want to give me perception checks to see what you see.
A hole check, if you will.
Terrible.
No.
That's a 22 to inspect the hole.
You crit fail for some reason.
Oh, wow, weird.
I got a 23.
23.
I see how it is.
Mm-hmm. So you both notice that this definitely doesn't just look like the floor collapsed from like age and wear. There's like scorch marks and stuff. So maybe the whole blowing up thing did actually happen. You see sort of like a pile of rubble down there, and you can kind of see like a gnarly, like half decomposed hand sticking out from it.
Ugh, more hands.
And sort of like looking around, you can kind of see a bunch of tables and stuff. Look like some sort of a lab.
Interesting. I'm gonna have Sace, because Sace has a couple cantrips from their ghost hunting. So I'm gonna cast light.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna put it on the rock they're holding, which gives it a 20-foot radius of light.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, well, be careful, and they're gonna jump in.
Yep. Everybody give me a acrobatics check if you're just jumping it.
Okay, I have catfall. Do I still have to make it?
Yes, because you could crit fail.
Oh god, terrifying. You're right. Don't say that.
I'm just gonna climb down because I'm sensible.
Give me an athletics check. The DC will be lower.
Yeah.
I got a 29.
I was gonna attach a rope to a grappling hook and just like lower it down.
Yeah.
I got a 21.
21. Yeah.
I got 23.
23. Okay. And so, Kiri, you're lowering a grappling hook into the hole?
Yep.
Are you going to secure it anywhere up here?
Yes. With the grappling hook or with the hammer and bite beacons from the climbing kit. I'm gonna make sure it's a nice sturdy thing so that we can climb back up.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that'll just be a you can do that. It takes a minute or two, and then you can give me an athletics check to climb down the rope. It's not incredibly high DC.
So that is a 15.
Yep. You managed to make your way down. Marrow, you're fine. Sace, you take like 2 damage from the fall. As you feel it in your knees. You're like, oof.
Internally, oof. Externally, ...
Yeah. But yes, you find yourself standing in what this was probably a lab of some kind. There are tables everywhere just covered in books and various drawings of arcane sigils, and then across on the other side of the wall, you see this massive arch that's built into the stone, and it has all of these runes along it. But, that's it.
Interesting.
Can I search for a book?
Yeah.
Does anyone have any arcana? Because I have a +0.
I have Arcana.
Okay, cool. I trust you then.
So my perception to look for a book is 26. And what exactly would you like me to arcane?
I mean, there are runes on the wall, right?
Oh, right. Check out the runes. Yes. Yes, 100%. I am totally not like hyper focused on finding the job that we were tasked with trying to find.
Yep.
Okay, I'll do an Arcana check. That is a 21.
I think Dusty might have aided you. Or
22.
No, no. I was just saying I have a +1 to Arcana.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
I have a plus 10 to Arcana.
Ooh, I have a +9.
Yep. Honestly, the book is pretty easy to find. You pick up this beautiful tome. It's like embossed with this sort of dark leather, and it doesn't have the name like imprinted on it, but you flip through first few pages, it's talking about soul magic and the power of the soul. So you found Zolzur's tome of soul magic. And for an Arcana check on the symbols, they all seem to be related to teleportation in some way.
Ooh.
You guys do see that Marrow is staring directly at it. It looks like they seem to recognize it because my zero deception is sitting right there staring directly into my soul, but they don't say anything.
Do you know what this is, Marrow?
What? Me? Not really. It seems like some sort of a gate, just an entranceway.
Can I vibe check the fuck out of this?
Yeah, perception. Perceptify that.
Perceptify that. I refuse to nat one this. I'm gonna use my other.
No! I hope you roll another nat 1.
That's a 24.
Never
Yeah,
mind.
they're lying.
You don't know anything about this.
No.
Marrow, where are you from?
Cyrene. Anyways, what's that book you guys found? Gonna go over the book?
It's a very very vulnerable book that must be protected at all costs, and I'm going to try to put it in the backpack.
I'm going to step between them, actually, and it's like, Marrow, what do you know about that game?
Nothing important. More importantly, you guys just took a book.
Yeah, we're protecting these books. You are acting incredibly strange.
Marrow. I point up where like Toby is like looking down at everyone. He'll be very disappointed in you if you lie to us.
You see, that does so much. Hold on, let me roll psychic damage real quick. I'm gonna roll some psychic. You see, Mirror takes 7 psychic damage from that statement. Your words physically wound. Like, clutch your chest up, like, no. Not beans. I can't tell you. I did just meet you guys, first off. I don't know anything about you. I don't know what your favorite food is. I don't know what your hobbies are. I don't know why you've taken one specific book instead of the whole library.
Well, we just met you, so we don't need to tell you about these.
But you're stealing from a god's temple. And I'm curious.
We're not stealing. Again, we're taking. No one's here.
You're taking without asking. And I mean, I know it's to protect the books, yada, 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 but I want to know what book it is.
And Marrow, we want to know what that gate does. Because we don't know what it does. We don't know if it's harmful. And as you said, we don't know you. And I mean, you're not great at it, but you could be lying to us. So
they're lying.
Oh, are they? Oh, I
incredibly
tell.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, listen. I'll tell you, but under 2 conditions. 1, you don't ask me any more questions on the subject. I'll tell you what it is, but don't ask me anything else. 2, you let me see what the book is.
I look at both Orion and Sace as like, is that okay?
Let me look at my charisma really quick. I don't have good charisma, but I'm gonna keep talking.
I have a good charisma, but I'm not gonna lie.
You see me pulling out from my belt pouch a 1 playing card.
I like hold out a hand.
Stace is gonna look down at Marrow and just we'll agree to 1. 2 depends on your answer to 1.
Wait, which one are we allowing?
I mean, I want to know. They're gonna tell us where they're from, but telling her what the book is depends on what their answer to 1 is.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I agree to tell you what the portal is. I'm from just Cyrene. Aren't you?
You gotta be more specific than that.
Cressa. Thanks for a minute, as if they're trying to think of places on the map. Cressa. That's a place.
I'm gonna. Can I still tell if they're lying?
Yeah, you're gonna. I mean, you're gonna have to roll against their deception DC.
My deception DC is a 10. Like, you're probably fine.
Well, I rolled a 10 on the dice.
Okay.
It's fine. I know. I don't like lying. I really don't. Just, okay, if you stop asking me these questions, I'll tell you what I know about that gate, okay? You're not supposed to probe about this stuff. We can figure out the book in a little bit. I'm just really curious. It's, well, I love books. I know a lot about magic and stuff, and I'm pretty sure that this is a deactivated gate to the underworld. Is it Dawn Temple?
Did this book open the gate?
I don't know. What's the book?
And I sort of look at where I picked the book up from, and this is a question for Aubrey. Does it look like it was like in a ritualistic, like someone was reading this off and doing a ritual and voila, gate sort of a thing?
It looks like that they were maybe attempting to figure out how the gate worked, and so they were kind of just throwing whatever at it to see if it would work, but it never did
Okay.
until it went boom.
This book, and I look at Sace and Orion before I say more. This book, deals with magic of life.
Oh, go ahead.
What's it called?
Well, it doesn't really have a title on this book, but says something about life force.
Yeah, really quickly, Aubrey, what
Mhm.
language is the book in?
We'll ask quickly before I make anybody make perception checks. Does anyone speak Draconic?
I do.
Yeah, it's in Draconic. So you can tell that. But if you don't speak Draconic, you're not exactly sure. Because it's not an incredibly common language in the world.
Orion's going to pick up the explanation. The scholar we work with explained it pretty badly. She was very nervous. I don't know what was going on with her, to be honest. From what I understand, it helps wizards do some of the stuff that priests can do. She talked a lot about the soul.
So life magic, soul magic? Maybe?
Yeah, like the transference of life from one place to another.
Maybe. It's just like, I could try reading it, but I don't speak Dwarvish or read Dwarvish, so I don't know.
Oh, I speak Dwarvish.
Well, actually, and I do the sort of nerd glass thing if I had glasses. Actually, this is in Draconic. You see, I'm very, very specialized. I look for a lot of so a lot of those rare books tend to be in this language.
Draconic. That's the language of the dragons.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Magical creatures.
I don't read Draconic either, or Dwarvish for that matter.
So it's just a soul magic book. That's oddly specific to grab. You said someone asked you to grab it?
Our patron, who likes saving books and libraries.
Rare books.
Mm-hmm.
To protect their a librarian.
That's very noble of them to do.
By the way, if anyone ever, I am lying to him through my teeth.
Yeah, deception.
That wasn't obvious.
Roll a deception.
I was gonna say they just believe it, because Marrow season 1 was kind of gullible.
So that is a 19.
A 19?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's versus 10.
Is it versus my perception DC or my deception?
Perception DC? Yeah, versus your perception DC.
Oh, mine's 22 then.
You can also spend a hero point and re-roll if you would like.
I will do that.
Yeah.
Although with the gullible thing, would Marrow have significant penalties to perception DC in the case of lying?
Minus 22, I think.
Unfortunately, that is a 21.
You know what? I feel like they just believe you at that point.
Yeah.
I know it's a fail, but on the grounds of I know my character, they're just gonna be like, that's very noble of them to do, Putting a lot of time and effort to preserving books. What's their name?
Lilac.
Yeah, lilac. I was about to, at the same time you say lilac, I was about to say violet, and I go like, violet, lilac.
Huh.
I already said her. Oh no, I didn't. Never mind. Go. Carry on.
Lilac. That's a cute name. It's like flowers. Well, this lilac person seems very nice.
Yeah, I suppose if you want to come along, you could meet Lilac and maybe, I don't know, get answers?
I guess that... Out of character, quick statement. Aubrey, can I do that? Because it might break the timeline we've established.
You will get as far as Cressa, and then something will distract you.
Okay.
It essentially is, once you get to Cressa, you see the listing for the whole thing, and then you get separated from her.
Okay. Well,
because they still have to travel a bit.
Well, yeah, I can come with you guys. It sounds fun. It's like a little traveling trip.
Sounds good then.
Right, yeah. Maybe we'll stop at a diner in Cressa before we get there.
Sounds good.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. What are diners like?
It's where you can get the picnic food, but with a lot more oil. And they're usually deep fried.
Interesting. Sounds like fun. Well, I think the rest of the books seem like they're in good condition, and just if this lilac person is as nice as you say, then I think it's okay to put this book in her care for now, as long as she's not like using it for malicious reasons. And I don't know, if any followers of Dewan need it back, then she'll give it to them. I trust you guys. You all seem very trustworthy.
The 7-foot-tall cloaked figure with glowing yellow eyes just says, "Yeah, you can trust us."
I know. I appreciate you, Zeus.
Are we having this conversation still in this like awful basement?
Yeah. We're just chatting in a cursed basement.
I've already very, very close to the rope to go up and just be like, we found what we came for, let's go.
Yeah, Orion clocks you wanting to leave, just kind of like dusts himself off and just like, let's have this conversation somewhere nicer.
True. Like, you guys go ahead really quickly. I'll catch up with you in a minute.
I head on out and try to go to the front of the temple.
As do I.
Cece's gonna go just best of the statue-looking kid.
Can you repeat that? I didn't hear you.
Oh, they're leaving. They're just sus of the statue-looking kid.
That's fair. You deserve to be sus. Can I, like, once everyone's gone, can I check out the portal one more time to see, like, why would Dewan build a portal to the underworld in this abandoned building?
Give me a perception check, and more likely than not, the portal looks like it was built into the foundations.
That's very interesting.
So the temple was probably built around this portal when it was initially made.
I'm using a hero point on that one. I got a 3. I'm not taking that. Okay, that's better. That's 26.
26? Yeah, it is more likely than not the temple was built around this portal. It's built into the foundations, and it's just kind of missing a power source.
Interesting. Well, I don't know why you built a temple around a gate like this, but... Well, just put a hand on the portal, I guess, just to, like, tap it, just to pat it, like, pat, pat, here you go, wonderful little portal. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I hope... Well, if this temple needs cleaning up, at least we got rid of all the undead. Goodbye, portal. I'm gonna leave.
I'll ask, are you all going to ditch Marrow?
No, Marrow's I did invite Marrow.
Oh.
Marrow can come with.
Or if there's any conversation that three of you wanted to have away from Marrow.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah.
They are so suspicious. You sure
Of
they want-
us? Or
Just
just
in-
suspicious themselves?
Just in general, they're not from Cressa. So I don't want to travel with them, to be completely honest.
Well, we just invited them. That would be kind of cruel to just leave them behind.
I feel like it'd be funny, like, at least for a bit.
Yeah, I mean, we could dine and dash in Gressa.
I mean, that's why I recommended that. I mean, not dash, like leave the Ambali Stadium, like the restaurant.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, dine and pay,
And then
but
dash.
dash.
Got you. You know what? Yeah, we should. We should see the reaction to Cressa, actually. And now I am morbidly curious. Okay, I guess we'll wait.
Oh, plus I can make sure that the book is super, 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 super safe.
Please do.
Yes. So about this point, you will catch up with the Marrow.
Yep, I'll catch up with them completely oblivious that they're going to ditch me
Yeah.
at some point. She's like, oh, hey guys, thanks for waiting.
But we're gonna dine, pay, and then dash.
Also, we've established that you're going to be ditching us.
Exactly.
Then I get lost. Like,
Mm.
out of
Depends-
character, yes, but in character, Marrow was excited to have friends, and you're just like, how can we get rid of them quickly?
No one said we were playing good people.
No.
Yeah.
Most
I was meant to. I don't know what happened.
Blame on us.
You
Having a
said-
bad day with undead is what happened.
True.
Yes. So you all head back, and at some point in Cressa, you lose track of Marrow, for better or for worse. In Marrow, you find a bunch of people talking about a great opportunity exploring a lost city.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes, so much fun. And then eventually you all get
So-
back. Mhm.
Does it happen that when we go to dine, we got ditched?
Yes, you're the ones who get ditched.
Oh, well, they dashed before us. Okay.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll just pay and not dash.
Yes. But eventually, you find yourselves back in Rose's temple. Temple. Tower.
Temple.
So yes, you are all now in front of Rose's tower.
I guess knock on the door.
You hear from inside talking, conversation, and then you hear, just a moment. And then, a minute or two later, she comes to him. She's like, oh, yeah, you're back.
Yeah, we're back. We made it. Hooray.
That means you are successful? She looks very hopeful.
Yes, I believe so. Looks at Curie.
And I start digging through the bag. Really digging through the bag. And there's like a very awkward, then maybe slightly panicked pause. And then eventually finds the book.
How much
Yes.
of the pause is you being me, and how much of the pause is actual, like, curious a mess?
Oh no, I don't have any magical pockets in my bag. I just have a lot of like concealed pockets, and based on me in person, where I have a kind of like bag of holding style where there's lots of pockets and hidden panels and everything. I lost my keys for 2 years and then found them when I had to clean them out for something else 2 years later. So it's very possible to lose something in a bag like that. So, little sidetrack, but yeah, it's mostly just like, oh, I thought I put it in this pocket. Oh no, it must be in this one. Oh, it's that one, and it's all like a silent conversation. You can see it in their face if you're looking, but not actually out loud, and kind of almost at this point, Curie is half inside the bag trying to look for it, head inside.
Yeah, and then you sort of see the just sort of sweats motion, like face that she has. She's like, but you hand her the book.
Not quite. I'm holding it and showing it.
Yes, come in. I will make. Well, I'll go get the money. If you just make yourselves comfortable.
And while Rose is gone, I sort of say it's always best to get the money first, because, you know, they might just decide to maybe use the book on you before they pay you, and then you're kind of dead.
Also, I have a bad feeling about entering this tower. Call it a hunch, and also the Demi-Lich.
I think the Demi-Lich can hear us and kind of stares at the skull.
Which is currently under the velvet cloth.
Wait, are we inside her office? Are we already inside?
Unless you decided not to. She has gestured that you can come in while she goes to get the money.
If the conversation was happening outside, I would warn against going in, but if we're already inside, then we're already inside, so it's fine.
I mean, I probably wouldn't try to pull the book out in public.
Okay, good point. We're inside. It's fine. None of that happened.
Yeah, the skull is underneath the velvet wrap, and as you make all of these jokes about the Demi-Lich, you can swear you hear someone laugh.
Hey, Skull, you got a name?
Yes, you can call me Winston.
Cool.
And then about a minute or so later, Rose comes back with these couple of very large sacks of gold. She sets them down and just being like, that is 2,200 for each of you.
I open it, take a quick peek, do mental math. Does it look like there's 2,200?
Yes, because she is a math guy.
Okay. And look at both Sace and Orion. Like, do I give the book?
I mean,
I gesture in the affirmative.
yeah.
And I hand the book over.
She visibly relaxes and she goes, thank you. Thank you so much. This will help me a lot.
Well, thank you. And Sace is going to pick up one of the bags and puts that bag in, like, the inside of their duster.
I know you just got back and maybe you're not looking for a job just yet, but if you want, I do have something else that I'm looking for.
Oh? Does it pay?
What was that?
Does it pay?
Yes, it does. Pays very well.
I'm listening.
Involves going to the city of Alzheim. I have gotten word that someone has gotten. So there's an artifact that I have been looking for a while that has finally reappeared, and looking for someone to go procure it for me. All legally. I have set up the deal. I just need people to go exchange money and bring the item back to me. I unfortunately, I don't get out much, and I don't like leaving Celsi that much.
If it pays, sure. I wouldn't mind going back home for a little bit.
Do you have catnip?
You did take my one jar cat.
And I feel like there's like a flashback scene of like on the way. At some point, that GIF that I put up, I just poured it and rolled around in it. I was like, oh, that's fine. Just curious if you had new nip.
Stacey's gonna look at Orion just in for another job.
Orion is looking at the skull under the velvet and looks at Rose. Fine. They better not regret this.
Yes. So the item in question, I'm not sure because I still have to verify that it is, but somebody has claimed to have the shattered crown of the Mad King. And yeah, Mad King is a god whose open worship is banned, and is the god of chaos and trickery.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Nope.
Ryan's like, nope.
I have gone too far already. Nope. Orion takes his money and leaves.
I'm still sitting because that sounds fascinating to me.
I'll take their cut.
Same.
Orion calls over his
50-50?
shoulder. That's fine. Feel free. As he leaves.
See you around.
Nice hanging out with you.
Well, yeah. Well, these are the details. So she starts like just rattling off the details of everything, the people you're to meet, and that's probably a pretty good place to end all of this.
Yay!
And I will let you all go around, tell us who you are, who you played, and where people can find you on that lovely internet one more time.
I'll start because we're just going to keep the same thing.
Yeah.
Hello, I am Dusty. I use they, he pronouns. You can find me online at the Dust E Hill, and you can also find me on this podcast, the normal feed as well, playing Joanna Sanchez, the mom from Mexico.
Yeah.
But besides that, you can also find me other pods like, oh hey, Onomamagiri, another Goblins and Gays podcast, and Bring Your Own Mech, and also the person behind Well Season Stories at Season Stories.
Don't forget Wayward Arcadium.
And Wayward Arcadium. I am in so many things. I will let other people talk by.
Yep.
I guess I'll go next. Hi, I'm Miriam. I use they, them pronouns, and you can find me on Twitter at media_junkie. I am a caretaker at Utopia, where we stream lots of cool stuff. And I am also one of 3 wonderful hosts of Their Super Geek, which is an actual play podcast and stream. And yeah, I guess Twitter, if you want to hit me up.
Hi, I'm Rook. I've been playing Orion, the extremely tired and frustrated champion. You can find me on Twitter at RJK Games. As for specific things, Aubrey, do you have an estimate of when this is coming out?
This will probably come out mid-May.
Oh, okay, perfect. So, when you are listening to this, if you listen to this when it comes on the feed, I will be kind of like doing my last kind of like streamings and recordings up until my like summer hiatus. So check out my Linktree, where you'll be able to find links to my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/RJKGames, where I'll be streaming Terraria and Stardew Valley. You'll also be able to find the VODs to that. And if you're listening to this later, my Twitter and my Linktree will have links to anything relevant, anything pertinent, and yeah, check me out.
I forgot to mention my character.
Oh.
So I played Curiosity. a catfolk rogue investigator who is just chaos and catnip.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun, yeah.
It was a lot of fun. Thank you all so much.
Yes, and Tick, you're a player.
Yeah, sorry, I am a player on Goblins and Gaze as well as on Amamagiri. If you need me for anything, honestly, just contact Goblins and Gaze and be like, give us the furry for something, thanks. That's
Furry art, put it in my hand.
I can do furry art. If you need a furry on your show, just let me know and I'll probably be like, alright, hi, I'm here. I'll come visit as a treat.
Magically teleport.
Magically teleport to your table in fursuit if requested. But yeah, that is me. That is our wonderful cast for today, and it is my job to take us out. So thank you for listening to another wonderful episode of Goblins and Gaze, featuring a wonderful new cast that Dusty you'll see again, but the rest of these guys, well, who knows if they'll show up again. Winks into the camera that doesn't exist. You are watching this on Patreon, but remember, we do have a Twitter at Goblins and Gaze. Go give that a follow and give us some good ratings on our various streaming services. Have a good day. Check out all of these amazing cast members because they knocked it out of the park today, and eat your vegetables.
Yep, eat your vegetables.
I like broccoli.
Broccoli's good.
I do like broccoli,
I'm
actually.
a cauliflower fan.
I like...
Be gay. Roll dice.
An LGBTQIA actual play podcast network.